Hey guys, it's Steven with the Bytes chart update. We left off yesterday with the price coming up to about $88, and I was just talking about how we had some nice support at the $80 level, and that I was very bullish. And as you can see, we've had a nice move to the weekly central pivot at $99, and we did not test the $117 level, but that's no big deal. We still have a lot of time left in the week. So I am using screen record right now. I'm not at home. I'm on vacation, and I'll be off tomorrow traveling. So what I did was I just wanted to create a daily, a more shorter time frame pivot for you to see here. So what I use for the numbers is I use the $90 as a low. I felt like this was support. I use this 108 as the resistance, and I use 93 as the close. And the numbers that the pivot chart gave me was $97 as the central pivot, $104 as the resistance, and then we do have support here at 86. So overall, pretty healthy. I do like to see this movement with the central pivot just kind of above and below. That's a healthy thing, so there's really nothing to worry about. I'm not sure exactly what's moving the prices. Maybe it's Becker tweets or just sentiment and overall. So we'll just keep an eye on it, and then we'll check back later. So for the Ethereum to Bytes ratio, we left off. We were just breaking out of this base here, and it looked like we were really starting to get some lift off. And as you can see with the central pivot here at 0.029, we did break above, and we found support at it again, and it really showed as a very good base for the next move higher. So that's what ended up happening. We had this nice move higher, and I wanted to point out yesterday's video. For some reason, I said the R1 was 0.032. When I went back and checked it, it was actually 0.0. It was 31. So I just wanted to point that out. And so we have the R1 at 31 and the R2 at 0.034, and we did almost test that there, just not quite. And as it should, we don't have too much bullish action going on, so we came right back down to the central pivot, which is what I like to see. That's a pretty normal thing. So I wanted to update you on my positions here. So I ended up closing. Let me just pull it up here. I ended up closing my lower range of 0.025 to 0.084. I feel like it was just, I feel like this is, I'm not going to get, I'm not using my money efficiently. I have a bunch of money that's just kind of sitting there not doing anything. So I took about $22,000 out of there, and what I ended up doing is I left this other range here, this 0.03, 0.029 to 0.03. I'm leaving this range, and I actually added to this range. So as we broke above and started hitting highs, I took the Ethereum that I accumulated in my lower range, and I added about 3 Ethereum to my position here. So let me just pull it up and show you what we got here. So I was able to maybe just gain about $200 today in fees so far. And yeah, now it's just a larger, basically it's just my, I just consider this a buy zone. So I was able to turn my Ethereum into Bytes, and I had basically all Bytes at the bottom of this range, but then we just recently had a little pump. So so now that I have this position, I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm going to be able to accumulate maybe about 140 Bytes with this liquidity position alone if I close it when it's below my range. So my plan is to, if we do get a dip, I still have about 3 Ethereum that I can just buy this dip. So instead of having a liquidity range lower, I'm just going to use that Ethereum. I'm just going to buy the Bytes. And then once I buy the Bytes, I'll be happy. And then maybe I'll keep this other range here, so it'll kind of have like this buy sell mechanism. So I'll have this hodl position, and I'll have this kind of volume position here. We'll see. I do expect to see some really big movements out of the price of Bytes. Obviously, we got resistance at the 117 level, and we could easily just start shattering some resistances. once we start getting some real news and real information about what the Bytes token will be used for. So any questions, let me know. Let's just keep moving on here. So for the volume for today, 2.7 million. That's great. No worries. For the, let's see here. So this is the total holders. So we have 8,034. We're up about 55. And so the token supply is up 7,818 today. So supply is up, and obviously the market cap is higher and the price is higher. So yep, that's it there. And just to go over my position, I started off with $22,000 invested. This was about 8 days ago. And when I ended up cashing out, the value was 21,500. And the reason is because the price of Bytes and the price of Ethereum is down significantly. So even though I was able to gain $2,500 in fees, my overall cash out value was lower, and then I ended up only using $260 in gas. So that's the reason why it's a little bit different there. And another thing, so for this position here, I just consider this closed now because this was only $4,600 investment. I was able to cash out $1,700 in gains. And even with the price of Bytes and Ethereum down a bit, I was still able to make a USD profit on that. So this $1,700 is still going to show up in my position. I'm just going to, because this is still the same range, but I'm going to consider a new position for this week. So that's why I have that negative $1,700 there. And for the, let's see, for the season 1 citizen floor, it's holding steady at 49, not too many there. And for the season 1 yield 4, we just have one sitting there at 75. Otherwise, it's about even with 81 floor. And we do have some volume happening with the season 2. And there's really not too many going on here. And I do expect anything under 10 Ethereum. I feel like they're all going to be sorry, and they're going to be punished, as Becker likes to say. So let's just go ahead and check on the overall markets here. We got Bitcoin with the RSI starting to look really nice. With Ethereum, I was looking at the RSI as well, maybe hoping to have some sort of bullish divergence, but it just didn't play out. And but here we are again with some really much more bullish RSI here. So who knows, we could have the same thing here with Bitcoin where it looks bullish, but we just come back down here. And this support is what I'm really looking to hold the line, which is at